In our previous video, we took an in-depth look at the most significant turquoise jewels of the British royal family. Those dazzling pieces steeped in history and brilliance. But turquoise is not cherished only in Britain. Today, I invite you to delve into the world of other royal families whose collections are no less stunning. You'll discover which turquoise tiara might once have belonged to Catherine the Great and how it embarked on an extraordinary journey through generations. We'll explore the unique Dutch necklace of Queen Juliana, revitalized by Queen Maxima, and discuss the luxurious turquoise tiara of Farah Pahlavi, a symbol of an entire era. We'll also take a closer look at the surprising transformation of Princess Sophia's wedding tiara and much more. I promise it will be fascinating, so stay tuned until the end. Before we begin, please support my channel by clicking the like and subscribe buttons. Thank you. The turquoise set of the Danish royal family is not just a collection of exquisite jewels, but a unique part of history, intertwined with Imperial Russia, the British royal family, and the Scandinavian monarchies. This magnificent ensemble, which includes a daisy motif bandeau tiara, earrings, brooches, and other pieces, has been worn by remarkable women over the course of more than a century, each leaving her mark on its legacy. Legend has it that the turquoise jewels may have belonged to Empress Catherine the Great, with their journey to modern Denmark beginning through her descendants. The set likely entered the Swedish royal family through Victoria of Baden, wife of King Gustav V, or her daughter-in-law, Crown Princess Margaret of Connaught, who was the mother of Queen Ingrid of Denmark. The centerpiece of the collection is the daisy bandeau tiara, adorned with turquoise and diamonds. Its origin is traced to the late 19th century, a time when jewelers were inspired by nature. It is thought that the tiara may have originally been a bracelet, later converted into a headpiece. Crown Princess Margaret of Connaught received the turquoise jewels as a wedding gift in 1905. However, despite their beauty, she appears never to have worn them. Following her untimely death in 1920, the set was inherited by her only daughter, Princess Ingrid. In 1928, upon reaching adulthood, Princess Ingrid wore the tiara for the Swedish Parliament's opening ceremony. This was a symbolic moment, as the young princess demonstrated her maturity while highlighting her connection to her maternal lineage through this elegant accessory. Interestingly, in 1926, the tiara was also used by her cousin, the future Crown Princess Martha of Norway, for the wedding of her sister Astrid, the future Queen of Belgium. The turquoise daisy bandeau was also spotted on Princess Desiree of Sweden at some point in its storied history. The turquoise set followed Princess Ingrid when she married Crown Prince Frederick of Denmark, later King Frederick IX, in 1935. However, it remained overshadowed by more prominent royal jewels, such as the emerald tiara or the ruby parure. After her husband's accession to the throne in 1947, Queen Ingrid rarely wore the tiara or other pieces of the set, but frequently lent them to relatives. For instance, the tiara was seen on Madeleine Tengbom, the grandmother of Prince Richard of St. Wittgenstein-Berleburg, at his wedding to Princess Benedicta in 1968. From the 1960s onward, Queen Ingrid often loaned pieces of the turquoise parure, including the turquoise daisy bandeau, to her eldest daughter, Crown Princess Margrethe. Queen Margrethe inherited the turquoise set in 2000, following her mother's passing. She appreciated its versatility. The brooches could be used in various configurations, including as pendants, while the tiara was suitable for less formal occasions. The turquoise set's revival became particularly noticeable in 2008, when the turquoise bandeau tiara and other elements began appearing on Queen Margrethe during state visits and ceremonial events. In 2012, Princess Theodora of Greece, Queen Margrethe II's niece, wore the turquoise bandeau tiara during the celebrations for the Ruby Jubilee of the Queen's accession to the throne. This milestone marked 40 years of her reign and included numerous official events, such as a gala dinner where Theodora donned the tiara. This was one of the rare instances when the tiara was lent to a younger family member. The choice of the tiara for Theodora likely reflected its delicate and refined design. which suited the young princess while emphasizing the connection between the Danish and Greek royal families. In 2022, Queen Margrethe gifted part of the set, earrings and a brooch, to her daughter-in-law, Crown Princess Mary, now Queen Mary, for her 50th birthday. These jewels symbolize not only continuity, but also the Queen's affection for blending the past and present. Queen Mary has already worn these pieces on several notable occasions, including the coronation of King Charles III in 2023. The Devonshire turquoise brooch is another example of refined design and a rich history, connecting Queen Margrethe II to her British roots. Originally, the brooch belonged to Queen Margrethe's grandmother, Princess Margaret of Connaught, a granddaughter of Queen Victoria and Prince Albert. When Margaret married the future King Gustav VI Adolf of Sweden in 1905, she received numerous exquisite wedding gifts. Among them was this brooch, presented by the Duke and Duchess of Devonshire, Spencer and Louise Cavendish. The brooch stood out for its simplicity and elegance, featuring a large turquoise cabochon framed by 4 diamonds. This aristocratic couple, renowned for their contributions to the world of jewelry, they were also associated with the famous Devonshire tiara, used their gift to emphasize the ties between the British royal family and the aristocracy. After Princess Margaret's untimely death in 1920, the brooch was passed down to Queen Ingrid. She rarely wore the piece, but kept it in pristine condition. At some point, Queen Ingrid decided to give the brooch to her eldest daughter, the future Queen Margrethe. While the exact timing of this transfer remains unknown, it is believed that Margrethe received it during her youth. Since then, the brooch has become one of the Queen's most frequently worn pieces of jewelry. Its understated design and versatility make it easy to pair with other jewels, such as pearls and diamonds, and it complements outfits of various colors. Queen Margrethe's collection also includes modern turquoise jewels designed especially for her, each carrying deep personal significance. These pieces were gifted to the Queen by her husband, Prince Henrik, and have become an integral part of her personal story. In 2010, to mark the Queen's 70th birthday, Prince Henrik commissioned Torben Hardenberg to create a pair of turquoise and gold earrings. These long pendant earrings, with a contemporary design, can be worn in different configurations, either as small studs or with extended drops. Their simple yet elegant style makes them ideal for both everyday wear and less formal occasions. Margrethe frequently pairs these earrings with other jewelry, demonstrating their versatility. These earrings became part of a complete turquoise set crafted by the same jeweler. The first piece of the set, a turquoise and gold brooch, was gifted to Margrethe in 2000. The brooch's design is steeped in mythology. Hardenberg explained, "It depicts Diana, the goddess of the hunt, and the royal stag. At the bottom of the brooch are 2 sons, Crown Prince Frederick and Prince Joachim, symbolized by 2 small deer peeking out from between 2 large turquoise stones. The brooch also features a life buoy entwined around it, and the number 60 is inscribed, as it was a gift for the Queen's 60th birthday. 15 years later, in 2015, for Margrethe's 75th birthday, Henrik completed the set by gifting her a turquoise and gold necklace, perfectly complementing the brooch and earrings. Over the past decade, these pieces have become a significant part of Margrethe's wardrobe. She often wears them both together and separately, creating varied looks. One particularly memorable occasion was a gala dinner at Fredensborg Palace in honor of her 75th birthday. The turquoise necklace, earrings, and brooch complemented each other flawlessly, symbolizing not just style, but also the deep emotional bond between the Queen and her late husband. Queen Juliana's gold and turquoise chain is a piece that combines simplicity, elegance, and a touch of mystery surrounding its origins. This chain, adorned with a striking turquoise heart pendant, is a wonderful example of how jewelry can transcend generations, maintaining its significance despite changes in fashion and era. Although the exact history of the chain is unknown, it is believed to have been created during the Art Nouveau period, characterized by its focus on natural motifs and flowing lines. By the early 1960s, the chain was part of Queen Juliana of the Netherlands collection, and she began wearing it for daytime events. Its lightness and versatility made it especially suitable for less formal occasions. The turquoise heart pendant could also be worn separately, as Queen Juliana demonstrated by pairing it with a simple gold chain. One of the most memorable moments in the chain's history was its appearance on Princess Cristina, Juliana's youngest daughter, in 1975. Cristina chose this piece to announce her engagement to Jorge Perez y Guillermo, adding sentimental significance to the jewel. Afterward, the chain occasionally reappeared on Queen Juliana throughout the 1970s. However, as fashion evolved, the piece gradually faded from public view. It made a striking return several decades later, in 2016, when Queen Maxima debuted it during a state visit to Australia. This moment not only brought the chain back into the spotlight, but also showcased how historical jewelry can be reimagined by a modern wearer. More recently, in June 2024, Queen Maxima once again chose this chain for an official reception hosted by the Governor of New York in Albany. The elegant combination of gold and turquoise perfectly complemented her ensemble, reaffirming the timeless appeal of this unique piece. The next tiara I want to discuss belongs to Princess Sofia of Sweden, and it didn't initially debut in its turquoise configuration. Originally, it was a classic emerald tiara, gifted by King Carl XVI Gustaf and Queen Sylvia for Sophia's wedding to Prince Carl Philip in 2015. This compact tiara, reminiscent of a coronet, featured emerald toppers elegantly paired with diamonds. Interestingly, it was reportedly created from an emerald necklace owned by Queen Sylvia, which had been a gift from a member of the Thai royal family. After her wedding, Sophia continued to wear the tiara in its original emerald configuration, including at the 2015 Nobel Prize ceremony. However, 2 years later, the tiara underwent its first significant transformation. It was restructured into a more open, halo-like design, making it lighter and more contemporary. This redesign introduced a pearl-topped version that seamlessly fit Sophia's formal looks. In December 2019, Sophia surprised everyone by appearing at the Nobel Prize ceremony with a completely new version of the tiara, featuring turquoise toppers. Turquoise cabochons surrounded by diamonds beautifully complemented her bright blue gown, creating a striking and memorable look. The turquoise tiara was paired with matching statement earrings, further enhancing the ensemble's cohesiveness. The versatility of this tiara is remarkable. It can be worn in its classic emerald form as an elegant pearl-topped piece or in the playful turquoise variation. Additionally, the tiara can be worn without any toppers, as a purely diamond design, showcasing its adaptability. By the way, the experiments with the tiara's configurations didn't stop there. In 2022, at the Nobel ceremony, Sophia adorned the tiara with a set of briolette-cut blue topazes. In September 2023, she debuted a fifth set of toppers for the tiara, this time featuring warm, honey-colored citrines. Finally, in April 2024, she wore the tiara with a striking set of toppers made from deep London blue topazes. What will the next configuration be? Perhaps rubies? Farah Pahlavi's turquoise tiara is a jewel that embodies the splendor and grandeur of the final Shah dynasty of Iran. Its history is intertwined with the legacy of the Shah Banu herself, the rich heritage of Persian culture, and the turbulent events that reshaped Iran's destiny. Created in the late 1960s, the tiara reflected Farah's deep love for her country's traditions and her desire to represent Iran on the global stage in the best possible light. This tiara combined simplicity and grace, exuding both a modern and timeless charm. Its central elements were large turquoise cabochons, stones that have been mined in Iran for centuries and are considered a national symbol. Although the exact origins of the tiara remain unclear, many speculate that it was created by the renowned jewelry house Van Cleef and Arpels, which provided numerous luxurious pieces to the imperial family. Farah wore the tiara with pride. It was part of a parure that also included earrings crafted in the same style. The Empress debuted the tiara in the early 1970s, and it became an essential element of her appearance in official portraits. These images portrayed her as a refined yet strong woman representing Iran on the world stage. One of the most memorable details of this era was the tiara's pairing with a unique gown made of white silk and embroidered with turquoise and silver threads. The design of the dress was inspired by traditional Persian motifs, underscoring Farah's dedication to preserving and promoting her nation's cultural heritage. Portraits of Farah in this gown and tiara remain some of the most iconic depictions of her. However, the Pahlavi era was short-lived. By the late 1970s, revolutionary sentiments in the country were intensifying, and the Shah's family was forced into exile. Farah wore the tiara publicly for the last time in 1976 during the celebration of the 50th anniversary of the Pahlavi dynasty's reign. When the family left Iran in 1979, the tiara, along with most other royal jewels, remained in the country. Thank you for watching this episode. Let me know in the comments which of these turquoise jewels impressed you the most, or which story moved you the most. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and share it with your friends. I'll see you again in the next episode.